Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. Today is awesome. I had to jump into an Uber. Lady was premature pregnant, 8 months, twins, and single-handedly helped this lady give birth to her twin. No, that's not an accurate statement. That actually didn't happen. Here's what did happen. I want to show you guys how I took care of non-billable time, sharpening your blades, changing your engine oil, doing all the running around, all the crap, all the things that you have to do after hours. Well, I did it during hours. I'm gonna do everything that I can to free up my nights and weekends. I wanna work basically kind of like a 9 to 5. I'm gonna show you how I did it, some examples of it. I put it to use. Watch how everything unfolds. Watch the end of this video. This is just a direction that I'm tending to take my business in for the next year. Learn from my mistakes, capitalize on the good, and grow your business with me. All right, so thank you so much, and I'll be right back with the vlog. So I got some running around to do today. It's Monday morning, July 11th. Maybe it's the 12th. I think it's the 12th actually. And we got some running around to do today. Actually, I can tell you right now, it is the 11th, Monday. And it's just, you know, something's in my head. This is just the greatest country. I mean, you think about it. I don't know, maybe other countries you can do it too, of course, but you know, in this country, you can build a business and do things, and you can have money coming in from different directions while you're taking care of other things and doing things in other directions, you know. And it's, I don't know, it just, on days like this, it puts me in awe that we can do the things that we do, whether it's cutting grass or it's a bug spraying company or a pool company, or you know, whatever your company is. If you got a service industry and you know, you go out and you bust your ass from high school, you've always busted your ass or whatever, and you build it to a point where you have money coming in now for your business, and you're not busting your ass anymore. You know, you might be busting your ass in a different way, handling customers, you know, taking care of paperwork, maybe, you know, licensing and insurance documentations and crap like that you got to take care of. Talking to customers. You know, people say when you own your own business, you're your own boss. Well, I differ on that one. When you own your own business, you have many bosses. It's called customers. And so you have 100 accounts, you have 100 bosses. And every single one of those bosses wants something done a particular way. And, you know, you just got to hope that your way is the way that they want, so that way things can stay kind of smooth. And as you build your business and you know, you mold your business to what your customers want, your customers kind of flex a little bit and accept what you give them, and everything works out, you start going in other directions. And right now, Trimmers is going in other directions a little bit quicker than I anticipated. So, you know, what we got going on right now is I got income coming in today, but I'm taking care of odds and ends. I'm taking care of business stuff. I'm gonna run around today. I'm gonna get gas for my machines. I'm gonna get mix. I'm gonna run out to where my guy's mowing right now, and I'm gonna empty out the rest of this 5-gallon container of mix. I forgot to do that this morning. He's got the 2.5-gallon container of mix that's got like maybe this much in it. So I'm gonna empty out about 1 gallon of my mix so I can hit the pumps and put 5 gallons of marine gas in, and make mix for the week. I'm gonna run out to the mower shop. I'm gonna leave them 6 blades. They're gonna sharpen me up 6 blades, probably on the spot. They usually do. You know, I'm gonna go to the bank and make a deposit. I'm gonna hit my PO box. I'm gonna check for any checks that might have come in from my customers. I already did my invoicing from Saturday. I gotta do my invoicing for today. I gotta do this vlog, and I already did my route for tomorrow. While all of that's going on in a service business where you're a small business owner and it's you and you're solo, you have zero money coming in. You're not making any money. You're running around doing all this business, you're running around doing all these things, and you're not earning any money. And time is money. So, you know, there's a lot of times where we as business owners have, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-billable hours. And when you have non-billable hours, you have to sit there and consider how are you going to make money on these non-billable days. And, you know, that's what we're going to kind of get into today a little bit. We're going to kind of talk about that and taking the business into different directions. You know, what you can do, how you're going to do it, stuff like that. Kroger looks crazy right now for gas. Okay, so where was I? Non-billable time. So, in no way is this like a how-to, or, you know, I'm just talking out loud with you guys as if you're in my truck. You know, we're just talking. This is just steps that I'm taking in my business, and this is just things that go on in my mind, whether it's a way to justify my actions, a way to rationalize my actions, you know, right or wrong. This is how my mind works. This is what I think. So, you know, I'm not trying to say that, hey, you guys should do this, or hey, if you're gonna do this, this is how to do this. This is just clearly, this is just me and you. We're just talking, and, you know, over time we can learn from this together, you know, and you can learn. And so we're dealing with non-billable time, non-billable hours, and as a business owner, that's a constant. There's two sides to the coin. You could say, well, it's not non-billable because it's included in the price of the cut. That's all included. Well, it is, in a sense. You know, you got to say, okay, it takes me this amount of time to go from point A to point B. It costs me this amount of money in gas to go from point A to point B. And then to service point B costs me this amount of time, this amount of money, and time is money, and blah, blah, blah. And that includes printing an invoice. That includes everything. You could say that. I don't say that. The way I look at it as, I show up to a yard, I'm going to get $40 to do that yard, and it's going to take me about 25 to 30 minutes to do it, okay, for me and, let's say, me and my guy. Or it's going to take me 40 minutes to do it if I'm alone. Maybe 45 minutes to do it if I'm alone. Non-billable time, though, is the travel distance between point A to point B, and then from point B to point C. So that's non-billable time, and if you have somebody with you, then that's 2 times non-billable time. If you've got to stop to get gas and you have somebody with you, you know, riding shotgun, that's 2 times non-billable time. If you got to sharpen blades, if you have to pick up parts, if you need to drop off equipment for service, if you have to drop off invoices, if you need to stop to get gas for your mix, gas for your mowers, if you got to do all these things and you're doing it during your day, that's all non-billable time. If you got somebody sitting next to you, that's double that non-billable time. That gets to be horrendous. That gets to be a whole lot of money real fast that you're wasting. So you definitely want to stop that the best you can. You want to go, no more, I'll do all that before work, I'll do all that after work, or I'll do all that on the weekends. Okay, so you get through with A to B, B to C, and C to G, and you're done with your day, and you drop your guy off at his truck or whatever, and you're done, and you go inside. Now you got your own non-billable time. It's 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now you got invoicing to do, you know, for your customers. If you're not going to invoice them, some people don't invoice till the end of the month. But if you're not going to invoice them, you have to at least acknowledge in your computer program, on your calendar or something, even with just a check mark, you got to at least acknowledge that you did the service, you know, the date that you were there and any extras that you may have done. So that way you have an accurate record to go back and show the customer, no, I did do you on those days, just in case there's ever a discrepancy. I mean, that's how I do it. I would think that's how everybody does it, at least. So, you know, you got to do that. Then you got mail. You know, mail came in. You might have checks in your mail. You got to go run to your P.O. box. You know, you might have some checks and you need to process those payments. You got to credit the accounts accordingly. You know, things like that come in. You got to look at tomorrow's route. Make sure your computer program or whatever you're using doesn't have any glitches and everything looks right in your head. You got phone calls to answer. You got text messages to respond to. You got emails to write back to. You got all those things that you got to do now at 4 o'clock in the afternoon as a manager of your small business. So now 6:30, 7 o'clock rolls around and you just basically finished your day and you say, I made $300 today, right? Small little business. You made $300 today, or you made $400 today. You paid your guy, you know, that's out of your day's pay. And you're like, well, I made $400 today, and you're feeling pretty good. Until you sit there and you go, wait a minute. I was up at 6:30 in the morning printing today's route, and now 12 and a half hours later, I only have $300. So, you know what I mean? As a business owner, with all the risk, everything that you've done, you know, what did you make? I mean, you're talking 11 hours, let's say, 11, 12, 13 hours. You went 13 hours. Let's just break it down to 12 hours, and you made $360 after you paid your guy. You know, or you take it out of your day's income. However you want to, you know, whatever you want to do, however you want to record it. You made $30 an hour total. $30 an hour. That's terrible as a business owner, because then you got taxes that you got to take out, and you know, whatever. I'm not going to get into taxes, but you got taxes to take out. You know, you got things to do, and you know, as a small business owner, you're making maybe $22 an hour on all that, you know, all that time, and because you had so much non-billable time, non-billable hours. That doesn't even include on the weekends when you're changing oil on your mowers, you're sharpening blades, you're airing up tires, you're washing your equipment, you're, you know, running to the mower shop, you're putting weed eater line on your weed eater head, you're greasing your weed eaters, you're cleaning filters. You know, now you're doing all this service. You just added maybe 3 more hours to that week. You know, maybe 30 more minutes every day just got added to your day, and that's non-billable time. So you start adding up all this non-billable time. Wow, that becomes overbearing to a point where you start scratching your head and you're running in a circle. You're killing yourself. You're running yourself ragged, and you're not making any more money than if you had a decent $17, $18 an hour job, maybe with some medical benefits. And then you have no responsibility, and you work 10 hours, you know, maybe you work 9 hours, maybe 8-hour days, maybe you get some overtime on a weekend here and there. You make the same money working 8 or 9 hours a day for a company, maybe a factory down the street or something, that you make running your business. Once you start breaking into the non-billable time, the non-billable hours. And that's where we forget. We forget to add non-billable hours. Right now, from 8 a.m. when my guy showed up, non-billable hours is taking place for me. I have non-billable time of getting gas from my machines. Non-billable time is I'm running over here to drop mix off to my guy that I forgot to give him. I forgot to top his tank off. He's got enough to finish the day, but I want to top his tank off, his can, so I have an emptier can so I can get 5 gallons in it and mix it accordingly. That's non-billable time. I'm going to go to the bank and deposit business money. That's non-billable time. That's not personal business, that's business. I'm going to go to the mower shop and I'm going to stand there and he's going to sharpen up 6 blades in about 15 minutes. I'm going to give him $30. That's non-billable time. They charge $5 a blade. And they do a fantastic job. So much faster than me. It's worth it. I'm going to pick up some weed eater line. I'm going to pick up some 2-cycle mix while I'm there, the 5-gallon jug. I like to get the 5-gallon mix bottles so I can mix it up 5 gallons at a time. That lasts me a little bit more than a week. You know, those are things that I need to do. That's non-billable time. So instead of doing that stuff after hours or after work, I'm building my business. I'm taking on accounts I wouldn't normally take on, and I'm building up a counteract to non-billable time. I'm building up days of labor, days of work for my guy to go out and earn some money, but earn my business some money that I otherwise wouldn't necessarily do. See, me and a guy can do my whole week's worth of work in 3 days. That saves me a lot of time, gas, and money. Now, I can take all the non-billable time that I don't do during those 3 days because I concentrate more on the work, and then when I'm done, I'm done. That leaves me a lot of needed non-billable time to take care of blades, oil, gas, paperwork, bills, checks, deposits, money orders, all that crap that needs to get deposited to the bank. All those things, I don't want to do them on the weekends. The weekends are mine. I want them do them Monday through Friday. I want Monday through Friday work. That's how I want my business. Okay, so I have set up now my guy to be able to go out twice a week. On Monday and Saturdays, they're his days. He goes out. I'm still keeping Friday as a backup day for my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday ball busting, kick-ass 17, 18 lawn days. I want those days to be serious ball busting days, and I want Friday to be a backup in case it rains. So I send my guy out to do yards, earn some money for himself. So instead of him working only 3 days a week, he makes a little extra money. He makes a little bit more, but he's making my business money on those 2 days. He's making my business money. And today, for example, he's making me money. So I can't say that I'm doing non-billable time right now. All this running around that I'm doing is not non-billable, because everything that I'm doing is in support of my guy out working. My guy out working is making me money. It's not making me the hourly wage that I would be making myself, but I'm not deducting hours off of my income and ruining my hourly average. My hourly average is either going up or staying the same. It's going up, but my hourly average is going to go up. I'm going to put in about 3 hours of non-billable time today, 3 or 4 hours non-billable time. And when I'm done with that 3 or 4 hours, I'm going to have my week's worth of crap done, except for invoicing. That's something I do with each lawn, or, pretty much with each day. But I'm going to have my non-billable time done, and oh, look at that. He's already done with this one. Good job. And now he's at the next one. I'm going to take care of my non-billable stuff that I would normally have to do during the week or on the weekend. I'm going to do that today while my guy is out earning my business money. Now, he's not earning me $500 today. Don't get me wrong. But he's earning me more than enough to keep my hourly wage going. And he's earning a little extra income. Now, I think that's a positive. I do. I really, really do. I think that's a positive in many, many different ways, because I now have a guy who's pretty much trained up. Let's say I break my ankle. Let's say I go down hard, like Saturday I was in the hospital. Let's say something happens. I have a guy who's trained up who can help me with my business. That's pretty important. Of course, he'd get compensation for that. But, let's say something like that were to happen. I have a guy now in a position to help me with my business. As a small business owner and working solo, what do you do should you break your ankle right now? What are you going to do? Do you have anyone to help you support your family, keep your business going? What's going to happen? And that's a rhetorical question. That's just something for you to think about. I got a guy trained up now who can do that. To me, that's important. But the most important thing is this what I started out saying a long time ago, earlier in this vlog. America. and living the dream of owning a small business and running your business and growing your business is you look at the point you get at. I mean, look at me right now. I'm clean. I'm dressed. I'm managing a business that I own, that I run, and I'm making money, and I'm in air conditioning. And there's my guy right there working, sweating his ass off, doing a good job. Don't get me wrong, I'm not putting him down in any way, shape, or form. I mean, he's working and he's loyal. So You know, I got no problems with him right now. Everything's doing fine. But I got a guy out here who's making me money. He's making me some pretty decent money today if he gets all these yards done. It's a pretty decent paycheck for me and for him. And as I pause this video to take care of the gas situation with him, I'm going to leave you on this note. So I got this guy out here with his truck running around with my equipment. He's got maybe $800 worth of equipment, $900 worth of equipment. He's got my push mower, my backup weed eater, my Echo edger, my handheld blower, a rake, a garbage can, and a handheld hedge trimmer. So he's running around with less than $1,000 worth of equipment in the back of his own truck. And what if we triple that? What if I had 3 of those guys running around today? Okay, now the important thing to remember with what I'm trying to get accomplished today isn't that I want to sit on my ass, surf YouTube videos, and, you know, try to live the dream like I'm rich. Okay, that's not my goal today. My goal is to take care of the things that I need to take care of that I would normally do after hours. I want to try to, okay, now this dude is too cool. Did you see that? That kid is on a hoverboard and he's walking his dog. Now that's awesome. Before anybody says, oh, I'm going to notify PETA because that's strenuous to the dog. That dog and another dog run with that boy's mom all over the neighborhoods all the time. She's like extremely fit, and those dogs run, and she does sprints and stuff like that, and the dogs run with her. So those dogs are in great shape and they're used to playing and being outdoors and stuff like that. So the kid's not doing anything to that dog that dog can't handle. Okay, sidebar over. So that is my goal. So now when I'm done with my banking and I have all of my crap done, now it's time to get dirty. So now what I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead and take care of some maintenance on my machines. That's how I'm gonna finish out my day. And then once I have my machines all done, oil's changed, blades are on. I'm not gonna video all that because this video is gonna be too long. I'm then gonna go ahead and mow my yard and my 2 neighbors' yard in anticipation of my guy making it down here, which the last 2 yards on his list are my 2 neighbors' yards. So I'll have a mode for him, so all he'll have to do is show up and help me weed eat and edge and blow off and help him get home, shut my ramp, done deal. All my chores are done for the week. Just got to do some simple invoicing at the end of the days, and that's it. We're done. Everything's taken care of. So let's keep going. It is 5:00 right now, 5 p.m. straight up, exactly 5 o'clock. And here's what we got done. The list of lawns that needed to get done today, complete. My yard is done. My 2 neighbors' yards are done. He did those. But I did mine kind of while he was doing those. And the new one around the corner is done. Another new one is done. He did Georgetown today, so I don't have to drive to Georgetown tomorrow. That's a lot. That saves a lot. So all the work is done that needed to be done today, and reduced my driving by a lot. I got gas from my 2-cycle. I got gas from my 4-cycle. I filled up my truck. I went to my P.O. box. I went to my bank. I went to the parts store. I got the blades sharpened. I changed the oil on my machine. I changed the blades on my machine. I did everything that needed to be done that I would normally do on a Saturday or after work. I did all that just now today, and still pulled in a pretty decent day's pay for not working. But it is working because you're a business owner, but not out there like working, you know what I mean? Grinding the weeds. So I just wanted to say it's 5 o'clock and I'm done. I'm going to go get in the shower and I can go do whatever I want to do. Tomorrow's route's already printed out. I'm done. So that's what I wanted to kind of get across today about the non-billable time. And, you know, that's how I did it. I put him to work today. I could justify him working today because he made me money while I did things that would be otherwise non-billable time. I knocked that stuff out. I'm good to go for the rest of the week now. I don't have to do anything. All he has to do is show up. We roll to the customers. We mow. We return. I don't have to do nothing except now individual invoicing at the end of each night, and then the route sheet the next morning when I wake up. That's all I got to do. I don't have to worry about blades, gas, oil, nothing. I don't have to worry about nothing. That's all done. that's pretty awesome. So we're gonna close this out. Like I said, it's not a how-to. It's not a my way is better than your way. It's not a this way is better than that way. It's just a little bit of justification just to say why I did it the way I did it, the way my mind's kind of working. It's fluid, so I have a lot to think about tonight when I go to sleep. And I did discuss my plan today with a friend and got some pretty decent feedback, so I'm going to think about that as well. But I like what I did today. I look forward to doing it some more. I also added 3 accounts today to my customers, to my customer base. So this week is going to be a pretty hellacious Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be a pretty jam up week, especially tomorrow. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is going to be pretty rough. But that's the plan. That's what I want to do. I want to head out and I want to nail. I want to do like 3 20 lawn days. Nail them. Be home by 4, non-stop. Nothing to stop for. No reason to stop. Nail them. 3 like 20 lawn days. Like 16 to 20 lawns in a day. Do that 3 days. Have my guy go out on Monday. Have my guy go out on Friday. Have Saturday as a backup for weather. That I think would be pretty neat. Every Monday, every Tuesday, he goes out and does those things, and I build him up to where he and a guy go out. 2 guys go out Monday and Friday, and then Monday and Friday. Oh, did I say Wednesday? Yeah, Monday, Friday, and then 2 guys Monday, Friday, and take it from there. And then maybe build up a second truck on that Monday and Friday. So 2 trucks are going out. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. But I like the way it's going. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for hanging around with me. Keep your mind moving. Keep thinking about different ways to make your days better, more productive, more efficient, and keep making that money. All right, guys. See ya.